Hello everyone, Vincent Briatore here. So today I wanted to make a comment in regards to the whole Starbucks arrest issue. Since Starbucks today announced that they're going to take a full day off all of their stores nationwide to do racial sensitivity training. This stems from an episode that recently happened in Starbucks in Philadelphia, city of brotherly love, where two grown men, African-American men, were arrested after refusing to leave the store. The big issue here is that in Starbucks, usually you can sit down without ordering anything, okay? But at this particular store, an employee asked them to leave and they refused. This happened after they asked to use the bathroom and were told that the bathroom was for customers only. Okay, so this is kind of the situation. This is exactly what happened. It was approximately an hour, and then police came and spoke with the individuals for about 5 minutes. Apparently, they refused to leave even when the police came. So there was some back and forth going. So the police made the arrest, escorted them out. The police apparently takes no blame for this. You know, everybody's kind of pointing the finger at Starbucks. Okay. Is there racism in America? Yes, there is. Absolutely. Do people get discriminated against based on their religion, their ethnicity, their financial status? Yeah, of course. You get judged based on the car you drive, the way you dress, the way you look, your hygiene, everything. No matter what, you're gonna get judged. And in this particular situation, I understand that Starbucks, Starbucks has no obligation to let people just, linger if they're not customers. As a matter of fact, I've personally been asked to leave coffee shops before because I was sitting there and not ordering. In my youth, I've been asked to leave dozens of places. However, I've never refused. Okay? So here's the issue that I have. Apparently, in that store, they had a policy because it was downtown. They had a lot of homeless people coming through there, that the bathroom was for customers only. How do I know this? Because the people had to ask the employees for a key. Okay? So here's what I think. If you lock your bathroom, that's the first thing a business owner does when they have a problem. When they have a problem with too many people coming and using their services or loitering. Because you don't lock the bathroom. No places lock the bathroom until you have a problem with that. So it wasn't about them. I truly believe that it wasn't necessarily about them. They've been having trouble with this issue. That's why they went ahead and started locking the bathroom and having people to ask for the key so that they could tell customers only. That's why you locked the bathroom. Now, I don't know what happened in this situation, but anytime someone asks you to leave, I would leave. They have the right to refuse service to anybody or to ask you to leave. It wasn't even a refusal of service. They told them, hey, you've been here an hour, you got to go. As soon as someone refuses to leave, automatically you call the cops. That's a no-brainer. That's actually store policy. Okay? If somebody refuses to leave, they're trespassing, you call the police. So the big upset, I don't get it. I feel like when someone's looking for trouble, you're going to find it. There's no reason to create this situation. I mean, I don't understand what they were trying to achieve with refusing to leave. Because I'm telling you, when you escalate these kind of situations, it never turns out right. I guess in a way, it turned out all right because it got all this attention. So I don't know what happened because I wasn't there. But here's my thing. If the bathroom wasn't locked, it would have been different. Okay, but they were already having an issue with loitering. So I don't believe that it was just racial. I don't believe that. I truly believe that if they started locking the bathroom, they had this issues. It was an ongoing issue. Okay? So coffee shop, it's a business. Okay? That's what you have to remember. So this profiling, this stuff with the homeless people. Let's think of homeless people. Homeless people get discriminated on all the time. But if you're a business, you have the right to say you can't sit here if you're not a customer. That's just the way it is. So I think we should enforce and we should penalize companies if they discriminate, if they're being racist. But not refusing service, but telling somebody they can't loiter there, to me just isn't grounds to point the finger and say this was racist. Because they started locking the bathroom, that means that nobody can use the bathroom. That's why they're locking the bathroom, is because they're having an issue with it. I repeat that like 4 or 5 times if I have to. So that's my conclusion. And I'm open to the idea of other people. And I'm like, if this was just discrimination, like the bathroom's open, everybody gets to hang out at that location. I don't want to hear about other Starbucks, okay? Because each store can change their policy, their district, based on their unique needs. Okay, this is a downtown store. The influx of people is going to be very different than other stores. So I feel like they should have some leg room. But they fired the employee. They called the cops, even though it was a woman. So who's to say the woman didn't feel comfortable there? The woman approached them, told them to leave. You don't know how they replied. You don't know the reaction. All we know is that they refused to leave. So I'm sure that they didn't say, no, thank you. I think we're going to stay and we're just going to wait here. We're not leaving. I have a feeling that they didn't say it like that. They're probably angry, because to go that far, like, why? Why push things that far for no reason? So I think that they probably perceived that they were being treated unfairly. But I've perceived that I've been treated unfairly many times in my life. That doesn't give me the right to take it to this level. You know, that doesn't mean that it's fair. So that's my honest opinion. I think that there is racism in this country, and we should address it when we address it. However, I think that we can't overstep our boundaries and start trying to police private businesses. A business has a right to refuse service to somebody, or to say no loitering. If you either purchase something, you can't hang out here for hours. That's just the way it is. And when they decide to enforce that, well, you don't know. You say, oh, he was black, that's why they enforced it. You don't know. Maybe they're making a lot of noise. Maybe we were there for extended periods of time. Maybe it was bothering other customers because they were being loud. You don't know. You don't know. We know that when asked to leave, they refuse. So what kind of people refuse to leave when asked to leave? They're not buying anything. They're just taking up space. If it was my business and this was going on, I'm like, hey, guys, you know, you have to use the bathroom. Like, you've been here an hour. You got to go. No, we're not leaving. Then you got to go. I'm going to call the cops. I'm going to call the cops if you don't leave. No, we're still staying here. To the point where even the cops go. I'm sorry, but that seems like troublemakers to me. It seems like they're starting to start a little trouble. I mean, you got to understand, Philly has more African Americans than white people practically. Philly is one of the most concentration of African Americans in the entire country. So I really have a hard time believing that anybody, I mean, this is not the dirty South, Agabito. In Philly, has so much prejudice. They're running a business. In the end, you got money. That's it. It's about the bills. Keep it turning. And if you're working downtown, you have to deal with homeless people. You have to deal with this stuff all the time. You know, if the person was white, you think anybody would have batted an eye? No. You think this has happened before with white people? Of course. But nobody's going to really address it because you don't have the fuel to throw on the fire. So I think, you know, like I said, there is discrimination in this country, but I will fight for a right for a business to make their own decisions. And I don't think that they have the right to say, you're loitering, they have the right to say, you step outside, stand right there, stand in front of the store, but you can't sit here forever. They have the right to do that. And we shouldn't be allowed to stick fingers and judge them about it, because we don't know what happened. All we know is after the little recording that we have, and then we make all these judgments. What kind of people don't leave, refuse to leave when asked to leave? You think being in Starbucks is a right? It's not a right. It's for customers. You think they put up chairs just for everybody? This isn't a public park. Just my thoughts. What do you guys think? Am I being too hard on the people? I don't know. I mean, if they asked me to leave, I would probably be irritated too. I've been asked to leave. It's not a pleasant thing to experience, to have someone ask you to leave. It sucks. But I've never in my wildest imagination, for 1 second, even thought, oh, I'm not going to leave. I may be pissed off. I may even tell somebody, you know what, fuck you. But I'm not going to refuse to leave. It's like, what, you're at somebody's house and they ask you to leave, you're going to refuse to leave? How is this any different? Okay, some business is a little different, but you know what I'm saying. Keep in mind, they locked that bathroom for a reason, okay? They were already having these issues. That, to me, is the evidence, okay? Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know what you think. This fork is just like, la Madonna.